אגב, כל הספטמברים שנמצאים כאן, פרופסור מילן רשקה, שהוא סגן הדיקן של פלצקי, הוא אחד החוקרים המובילים באירופה בתחום האימונולוגיה, ואני יכול לספר שהוא המציא לאחרונה, זה נמצא בשלבים קליניים, הוא המציא לאחרונה חיסון לאיידס, שנמצא כרגע בשלבים קליניים. הוא בן אדם מאוד 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 חכם. I was just telling the students about the good things that you're doing in immunology.
Okay, great. So I expect that there will be some time for short presentation from...
Yes. We can start with the presentation and then we will do some questions and answers.
Perfect. So let's open the presentation or share it. So good morning. My name is Milan Rashka. I'm from Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry at Palacky University in Olomouc, which is a city localized in the middle of Europe, in the part which is quite easy, accessible for lots of people by either airport from Prague, Vienna, or Bratislava, eventually airport from Brno. And there is a pretty nice connection by buses or by train, so it is quite a easy way to reach Olomouc. Olomouc is one of oldest cities in Czech Republic, having about 100,000 inhabitants. And if you realize that number of students of Palacky University is more than 20,000 students, we could say that each 5 people you met in Olomouc are students of Palacky University. You have in the Olomouc lots of opportunities, not only to study, but to also enjoy some after duties, activities, not only in the sport area, but the sport is lots of opportunities in culture, in traveling, and lots of students are very happy to have this opportunity to relax. Palacky University as such is second oldest university in the Czech Republic, which was established in 1573, and some activities linked to teaching the medicine were initiated in 1782 as a Hillers institution. And Faculty of Medicine as such was opened after Second World War. And since that, we are teaching medicine and teaching dentistry at Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry, which is one of 8 faculties at Palacky University in Olomouc. So you could see here the map of our city, and here in the red color you could see the facilities and buildings of Faculty of Medicine. Basically all the buildings of the Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry are located in very narrowly linked campus, and only small part for teaching dentistry is located in the downtown. But this distance, just to make some imagination for you, is by walk about 15 minutes. It's not so far. Concerning to Palacky University, it is third largest university in the Czech Republic concerning to activities in teaching, research, citation of research activities, industry income, and total ranking of Palacky is according to the size as a third largest and more active university in the Czech Republic. Our campus is composed of several buildings for teaching the theory and preclinicals. You could see here the oldest building of our faculty. This is a building which is used for teaching and for some departments. The so-called new building And this is on the left side building where students could be involved in the research. It's a research institution. It's called Translation Medicine Institution, and there is lots of opportunities for students to work there. Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry is offering a program for general medicine, which is 6 years program, and it is performed either in Czech or in English. Basically, both programs are identical, and the only difference is in the language. Czech program is completely performed in Czech. English program is performed in English. Nevertheless, we are offering some mutual activities like body system, as I will talk about even later, which offers ability of English students and Czech students to make groups, which is mixed, and it offers better ability for English students to communicate with the patients in the hospital. And for Czech students, it offers ability to improve their English. Say. We are also offering dentistry program, which is for 5 years. In the Czech program, we have about 400 students. In English program of dentistry, we have 50 students. So total number of students studying dentistry and general medicine is about 2,000 students. For the teaching, there are over 500 teachers involved in teaching our students, including preclinical and clinical disciplines. And beside of regular master's program, we are offering also PhD programs, which are offering specialization in more than 20 disciplines. And actually, we have about 400 PhD students at our faculty. What is the main advantage of Palacky in comparison to other universities, not all, but some, is that the classes are quite small. Of course, they are performed in English. And as I mentioned, they are identical with Czech programs. So the only difference is in the language. And which is very important, we have a very narrow or very close interaction with physicians, not only from university hospitals, but other physicians offering 24/7 health and dental care. And this is very important because actually, based on legislation in the Czech Republic, the students are entitled to pay health insurance, which is offering them the same rights like for Czech people. So all the care is offered for free, including the ability to have a practitioner or physician, general physician for each student. So it's very important situation right now, and we are happy for this because some students are experiencing some health issues, not only mental, but also physical, and we are able to cover it as a standard procedure like for Czech people. For studying in the theoretical department, they are open several study rooms. On the left side, lower box, you could see our so-called fishbone study room, which is open 24/7, actually is under construction, but will be reopened next month. And we are supplementing other rooms for study, which is very appreciated, particularly by international students, because if they are here studying the medicine in first year, sometimes they are really wondering whether it is possible to study all the topics, but seeing the colleagues studying there in study room, they are encouraged to raise their ability and courage to continue in studying. And finally, it is very helpful because most of students are able to continue and successfully continue, particularly students from Israel, which are the highest group concerning to success in the study and performance. Of course, we are offering lots of rooms equipped with the simulators, which is right now integral part of the study. And the simulator room will be extended to new building, which is right now built in our campus, which is just across the street from current theoretical departments, and there will be beside of entire floor of simulators, so there will be new cafeteria and new lecture rooms. So we will expand our ability to teach students in highly modern environment. Concerning to those students who are interested in doing the research during their study, we are very appreciating such activities and such students, and we are offering the opportunity to participate in research or in teaching, basically at all departments. And the students are performing a final competition for best students work award, and this is highly appreciated by our students, both in Czech and English program, because they could improve their knowledge. As I mentioned, the campus is very close, and here you could see the view of a university hospital. Here on the top, there are theoretical department, and all the buildings here are buildings of university hospital. Particularly this one building is already removed, and a new building is built on the place of this very old building. So we are increasing the capacity of our hospital to teach the students in very new environment. As you could see, here is the theoretical department location, and just across the street, all the facilities of university hospitals are available. Just to make some simple overview, our hospital is offering ability to, let's say, practically see almost all diagnoses, because we are serving for 1.3 million of outpatients per year. So you could see almost all diagnoses, with the exception of a very rare diagnoses, which are specific for particular regions of the globe. Otherwise, also number of beds, so seeing the patients in the individual department is quite high, and the opportunity is enormous, because we have 1,200 beds. Number of hospitalized patients is about 50,000, and 26,000 operations per year are performed, on which students are able to either participate or shadow based on their activity. Because some students are not so active, but those who are willing, let's say in their future practice to do the surgery, they are offered to participate even in surgeries after showing their ability in the department. As I mentioned, one of advantage of our faculty is that we are teaching the students in quite a small groups of students. You could see here examples, and beside of the buddy system, as I mentioned, for Czech and English students to make them together for studying, we are also offering system of tutors, which are helping mostly the students from first and second year before they get good orientation in the environment of faculty, university, and Olomouc. Also, we are offering some online study supports for free, like AMBOS, which is the base of lots of information about the medicine, starting from preclinical, clinical, theoretical, and lots of students appreciate this free access to this study support. Of course, students are also entitled to visit other hospitals in Europe, but not only in Europe, also around Europe as a part of Erasmus program. which is based on agreements between universities throughout the globe, basically. We are also offering for students from Israel the ability to do their clinical rotation for clinical disciplines in Israel. You could see here the pictures from our visits in the Sheba University Hospital or Ben Zion Medical Center. And those colleagues are definitely able to share their experiences which they get during their clinical rotation in abroad. Students from international programs are interlinked by the Palacky English Program Association, which is helping students in any issues, not only during the studies, but also in after hours program setup. And currently, the Palacky English Program Association is highly active to help new incomers to make their study here easier and much more successful. Concerning to spectrum of international students, most of the students actually are from Israel, from Japan, followed by UK, German, Portuguese, Taiwan, Cyprus, India, and rest of students are from individual countries, not making big groups, but those countries are representing the most dominant countries relative to our students. Finally, after a successful study, all the students in Europe, particularly in Czech Republic, get a diploma MD as a doctor of medicine, medical university doctor, or for dentistry program, they have a diploma medicine dentist doctor MDTS. What is very important that all those titles are accepted in Europe, and abroad Europe depends on the countries. Students should do their board test. For example, for students from Israel, they could do USMLE, US board test. And for this, it's very important that all the absolvents from Palacky, like absolvents from other universities in the Czech Republic, are entitled to do USMLE test. Currently, there will be new accreditation performed for all the European countries because WFME, Board Federation for Medical Education, based on which USMLE is performed, asked for reaccreditation for most of universities, particularly in Europe, which were recognized before, to be actually accredited by authorities on the WFME. And Palacky University is the first university in the Czech which will be re-accredited under supervision of WFME, starting at March 2024. So it is good news. And we are actually accredited under the rules of WFME by the German Accreditation Authority, but we are still working on a new accreditation and new improvement. So it is ongoing but continuous process. And for you, it's important information that all our absolvents are entitled to do USMLE or other board tests like those which are issued in Israel. Concerning to entrance exam, we are accepting students based on success in written test and oral interview. The written test is focused on biology, chemistry, physics, or math. Students who are offering us with the proof of English skills based on recognized English platform of teaching are free of the duty to do English test. And the final interview is focused on assessing of communication skills, on general knowledge and orientation in the, let's say, medicine, but on the level of course, knowledge of students of high school. And concerning to general statistics of entrance exam success, you could see that out of students who do the entrance test, almost 45% succeed to do the test, which is enormously high rate of success of entrance test. You could see that the number of students studying after comparison with the students of accepted is much lower, but it's based on the fact that lots of students are doing entrance exams to several universities, and it's based on their final decision which they will prefer for their study of medicine. But basically, as I said, the rate of success in doing the entrance exam is 45, almost 50%, which is very nice. And if any students from your group or from any part of the world trying to study English program, we have on our web pages responsible person, particularly Jana Osmani, here shown on the right side, who is communicating with international students, offering all the information. So if you will have any questions which arise, let's say later, you could contact Jana Osmani to get appropriate answer. So that's about our faculty, which is under cover of Mente et Corde, which is our mission to provide not only knowledge, but also to skill the students to be patient, to be empathetic, and to be able to recognize all the issues with which patients are approaching them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's start with some questions. First question is if you can speak about the duration and conditions for Israelis to do clinical rotations in Israel.
Okay, so for Israeli students, we are offering ability to do clinical rotation for clinical disciplines in Israel, which is based on the fact that students could do those clinical rotation in university affiliated hospitals, because it's our effort to provide high quality education. So hospitals which are affiliated to Israeli universities like Tel Aviv University or Jerusalem University or Technion University in Haifa are entitled to offer the study. It is based on agreement for particular student, let's say, which is stating that students will be taught according to our curriculum, which is absolutely necessary to get a diploma. So students are studying in hospitals like I showed you in Haifa, in Tel HaShomer, and due to my knowledge, because I'm going to do the visitation every year, at least twice, students are very happy to be there. So they need to select what hospital will be the best for them, and we need to get this information ahead to set all the paperwork necessary to make the agreement. And for this, we are also able to communicate concerning to schedule of, let's say, lecturing on discipline which are not clinical, because there is some still overlap, let's say, with public health and so, which we could schedule based on discussion with the students, either on the start or on the end of semester, not to force the students to go back in Olomouc on the weekly base. So this is something which is helping students to organize their clinical rotation in the higher years, starting from fourth, fifth, and sixth. We are offering also some financial support for clinical rotation, which is up to 2,000 euros per year, which is based on the study grade. So for the best students, we are offering 2,000 euros support. for students with lower grade is gradually reduced. So that's about the clinical rotation.
Thank you. How difficult is it to pass the first 2 preclinical years? What is the dropout rate?
Dropout rate is very, very different, but basically we could say that for students who are working properly and starting to study from, let's say, first week of study, the dropout rate is about 10–15%. But some students, it is not true for students from Israel, but some students from other countries, if they don't start to study from the first week, month of study, they could achieve the dropout rate up to 40%. So it depends on activities and work activities of students. But those who are working and studying properly, the dropout rate is up to 10%.
And how do you see the Israeli students?
It's easy. The Israeli students are one of the best students. We are very happy to teach Israeli students because they are highly focused, hard-working students, and it's very good for us, and we enjoy the situation if students are asking based on their knowledge and based on their focus on medicine. So we are very happy to have students from Israel here, no doubts.
Thank you. Do you have any information or statistics regarding the USMLE? Passing the USMLE?
Yeah, concerning to USMLE, actually, we have all the students doing USMLE, we have 2 students, to my knowledge, which are not successful on the first and second attempt, but one is from the US, which is quite an exceptional one because it's a very old student who study medicine at the age of about 40 years. But students, let's say on the regular basis, there is only one, to my knowledge, who is still working on the USMLE because there are several attempts. So that one, which I know, is not successful yet. So otherwise, most of students, to my knowledge, are successful on first or second attempt.
Thank you. Students, do you have any questions to Professor Milan Rashka? Okay, so thank you very much for being with us and introducing Palacky to our audience. And we are very much looking forward to see you soon in Prague, and then afterwards to see you soon in Israel.
Thank you very much. It was very nice to be with you, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Shabbat shalom lekulam. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.